I have a hard time telling the difference between sleeping and meditation. I drool in both cases. I usually have a smile, and the background music is amazing. Hi everyone, welcome to Narene's Life with MS. This is Narene, and it's time for a Mindful Monday. And this Mindful Monday, I thought it would be a nice time to talk about what makes me mindful about certain things, right? Generally, one thing that people do say about me, which I don't know whether I believe or not, but a lot of people do say that, they feel very comfortable with me. And I think part of the reason has to be that, when I am interacting with a person, I tend to be a little mindful of what what they are thinking when they are interacting with me, or what amount of trust do they feel when they are talking to me or communicating with me. A lot of times when I do notice is that because I tend to, I guess, talk in full sentences, I tend to get a lot of people who show me a lot of trust and do show me, this ability, this, they almost feel the need to share a lot more information than they maybe should. Not that, you know, anything they share with me is, anything that they share with me will be used in a wrong manner. Chances are I'll probably forget it 5 minutes after, our conversation. But more so than that, this building of trust, I sometimes always wonder what allows people to just trust me a lot more than anyone else, right? And I think a big part of it is just me being a little more mindful of all of these things. And I know that to some extent I think I have discussed this exact topic before. I don't know if it's another Mindful Monday video or something completely different, maybe a Thoughtful Thursday or even a Soulful Saturday for that matter. But it but considering that lately I am experiencing it a lot more, where people who are complete strangers still feel this level of trust in me, sometimes makes me think, what could be the reason. Why do people feel safe? Why do people feel that I can be a trustworthy person? And there is definitely that thing of, okay, fine, they'll beat me to a pulp if I do say anything, or do go behind their backs. But more so than that, I think maybe they see a sense of mindfulness in me, where they just end up feeling just a little more comfort, just a little more just a little more sense of freedom, a sense of security with me. And this is definitely one of the things, and I will keep probably, considering that I know that I've made this video before, I will probably keep making videos like this, because it's also a learning process for me. I also do understand many times, many a time, that there are lots and lots of things that people do want to share. They do want a confidant, for one thing. And a lot of times, you know being in the chaotic society that we live in today, it is very difficult to find that one person, to find that one confidant. And definitely I would say that, um, if you find that level of trust in me, if you do feel that yes, I can be that person, well, thank you so much. But more so than that, I definitely do want to know what are sort of, you know, what makes people think that I am that trustworthy person? What makes people think that I can be that person who they can have a very candid conversation with, a conversation where they feel, uh, comfortable enough to share maybe certain things that they probably can't share with their closest friends, family, um, and other people. When, me being almost someone who is maybe, a complete stranger or very close to a stranger, can suddenly build, or at least instill inside them a sense of comfort or trust. So if you do definitely know why this might be the case, why there is this case of people just wanting to share, certain things, people finding some level of trust in me, please do share. uh, please do share, uh, what your thoughts are, what your insights are, what your experiences also are with me, so that we can get the conversation started. Since it is something that always confuses me, um, but at the same time, I think I have the right judgment to know that whatever someone tells me is pretty much something that is, something that has been said in confidence. And as a result, I will not share it outside the conversation. But even then, sometimes when people do get to that level with me, it always makes me think, what have I done to earn this, right? What sort of demeanor do I put forward that allows them to feel comfortable with me? So if you do know this, if you do know the insight, if you do know what actually makes people do that, please do share it with me, so that I can maybe even work on improving it a little bit more. Right, um, make myself a little more approachable to people, make myself a little more knowledgeable, a little more, um, just a little, just provide that level of comfort to people who may need it a lot more than, uh, you know they realize. So with that being said, this is Nareen Zai with MS. I am Nareen, and yes, if you do have the answer, please do share it with me because I need to know. But of course, with all of that said, I do hope your week started off very well. um, but with all of that said, here is me wishing you a good night, sweet dreams, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.